Hi, I'm Rhonda, and life is delicious. Today, the thing that I want to compare is something that I'm actually excited for because even though you can see like my bookcase behind me, I have maybe a little bit of a cluttered mind, just teensy eensy bit. In fact, that's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah. So, I have stuff. I like things that are colorful. I like nativities. I don't know why. Baby Jesus, he's awesome. Um, I love things that are colorful. I love to color with things. If you saw my last video, I talked about rainbow magical colored pencils. I mean, come on. That by itself, if you know that that's the first thing I'm comparing, should probably tell you a lot about me. But I'm also really bad at organization. Like, horrible at it. But that's okay. So, like, here, I'm going to show you something. I have a bag right here. This bag is very heavy. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to hold it with one hand. It's filled with colored pencils and markers and glitter pens, and I like to draw. I'm not a fabulous, fantastic, fine artist like my mother-in-law, who, that one's not her painting, that one was her mother's. But on other walls of my home, I have paintings by other members of my family who are like super amazing, super talented. I just like to doodle. It's okay. I know that that's not my calling in life, but I love to doodle. So I opened the big bag. I need to get a better camera set up. It would be really cool if I could pan down for that. But like, see, I got me some glitter markers, colored pencils. I got metallic shimmery pencils. I've got metallic pencil, or no, that's a marker. I have like those pens that you can click on the barrel and 4 different ones come out. I've got different metallic colored pencils. Potential future this or that. Well, not potential. It's gonna be. It's gonna be when I get to it. But first, I want to be able to get through today's this or that because I'm excited. Cause see, oh yeah, here's like, remember I did the Kohinoor magic pencils. These are what got me. These got me into Kohinoor ages ago. You can tell it's well loved. I've really taken these with me all sorts of places, and as a result, like, yeah, let's see if I can show my shame. I have dropped so many of these. They are like super glued back together because I discovered if you super glue them, you can still sharpen them in your pencil sharpener. Some of them, the super glue wasn't enough to contain it. So, like my poor little fuchsia red here, it's been taped over the super glue in numerous places. It makes me sad. And these are not cheap. Well, okay. So maybe for some of you people out there who don't have to live like a millennial, yay, in a tiny place where you are counting your dollars from paycheck to paycheck. We have enough to get by, but you know, at the thought of like, hey, let's just drop another 30 bucks on a set of these, you know, woodless colored pencils. I'm like, if I already have it, I don't know. There's some saying that my grandma used to say that I only half remember because she died when I was little, and it's like something, you know, use it up and make do or do without. And so I always learned, if you can fix it, then fix it and use it. Don't just throw out something that's still good if it can be used again. And so that's probably why my husband doesn't like that our shed is filled with all sorts of fun things, because one of my side jobs that I love to do is make props for theater. And so a lot of times I will keep, oh look, neon color pencils. I will keep all sorts of weird things like the end off a broken spice rack. Why? Well, because it looks like a crown. So maybe if I have to make a crown in a future play, it will save me some time, energy, and money. Yeah. Anyways, long story short, budget, not huge. This or that was a little bit of a, uh, how do I say this? I felt a little guilty because I was spending this money purely on me, but I also felt less guilty because instead of hauling this around, plus I have, oh, my watercolor pencils, my fine liner markers, my watercolor paints, my little twistables, my window crayons, they're all over there. The reason why they're over there is they're eagerly awaiting what I'm about to show you guys. And that is these little colored pencil, they're not folios, I don't know what you call it. It looks like a lunchbox, right? But then when you unzip, and this one I already started shoving full of stuff because I got excited when they arrived. And then I realized, wait, After I opened all three of them, I'm like, these are all different enough that I should show and explain, especially since I have different purposes for each of them. So this one, like I said, I've already started shoving stuff in. So I have all of my, what are these? These are the erasable pens by Friction. They're excited. They want to go in their home. This pink one is going to be for my planner because I love to write everything down. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the digital age. My husband is like, hey, just put it in the Google Calendar. That only works if I remember to check the Google Calendar. Yes, I know it's on my cell phone. No, I don't think to check it. And unless I set every single event with an alarm, I do better if I write something down by hand. It's almost like it etches it in my mind and I remember it. Whereas if I just type it like this, my brain's like, yay, your thumbs are wiggling. This is not anything I need to remember. Yeah. Miss a lot of stuff. There was a year that I tried to do only digital and I was hopeless. It was horrible. So this, I actually want to hold my planner. Now, the reason why I went with this one is because it has pages for your pencils, right? And so like there's 12 slots here. I have 12 of those fine liners. Yeah, you see where I'm going? And that way they are easily accessible and with my planner. The reason why I like the erasable ones is because either my kids have things that get rescheduled, my students have things that get rescheduled, or I just write it on the wrong day, or I didn't pay attention, or oh, that was February and not March. And then this chunk is just to show you that lots of different pens and pencils of varying sizes can fit in there. Now here's where the coolness comes. So this one is sewn into the binding, right? It's not going to come out. But that's cool because with my planner, I don't want to carry that heavy bag's worth of pens and pencils with me everywhere. It would drive me nuts. So these other pages that are in here, you see that there's 2 more pages. Well, guess what? They come right out with Velcro. Now here's the one thing I wish I could change. And it's the one thing I thought was interesting. I bought both this one and this one off the same listing on Amazon. The same item, they have the same number of pages, but the hinge inside is different. Now I vastly prefer this hinge, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, so here, now you notice now that I ripped those out, there's a little pocket. Now I'm gonna go get my planner, and I'm gonna shove it in there. All right, planner, come here. Sorry about the disappearing act. I had the planner here earlier, but then my daughter's like, oh, Mom, here's this paper that I need you to sign because I have a dance competition on the 13th. Fine, get my planner out. But I always have to make sure, where did I put my planner? I need my planner. Where is my planner? Ugh. So I use Happy Planners. I really like this size. This is the mini. For me, it's just big enough that when I write down stuff, quick flash, I can write down 3 or 4 things on any given day. So if I have a student thing, if I have a child thing, if I have a spouse thing, thankfully my husband takes care of his own stuff very well. It's usually only dates I have to write in. Things that I got to remember where like, oh, I have to be at this. Yeah. So these stickers aren't going to quite fit. They were from, I don't know, this cute little pouchy thing. But they have cute little farfadoodles. This, I also have the same size, and it's my to-do lists. And so I need something that I can put them both in so that they don't get smashed around in my bag. I've tried those cute little bands that go around them. And my last set I actually made, and I made a little pocket so that the pencil could go in it. It was awesome, but then, you know, told you I do theater. I needed the green elastic for a project. So I had to unpick the band and so now I'm back down to no elastic. I'll make another band at some point. But here's the thing. Yeah. This is why I like it. So if you use the classic size Happy Planner, this one's not going to work. But if you use the mini size, right in there. Let me show you. Now, I have practiced. This is something I was checking before. Yesterday, I put this planner in and out of rings probably 3 different times because it was in these small gold rings. I put them in the larger gold rings because I thought, ooh, maybe I want more space. Discovered with the larger gold rings that the planner sits in and then you have to like smush the corners in, and I was concerned that with time pulling in and out on a daily basis that I would shred the corners of my planner. So I backed down to these medium size rings, and they fit perfectly. So yeah, in fact, my to-do list used to be on a Franken planner. Go YouTube that. I'm not gonna unfranken. I frankened my planner. I unfrankened it. I ain't gonna franken it again. Okay, because with the Franken planner, it had to be on the large rings, and then I had problems where it was too large for here. So you can see where it kind of pooched out a little, because yesterday I was testing that. I would rather keep the structural integrity of the bag because that's going to protect my planner better. And so here's the one. Oh, fine, I'll go get the to-do list. I'll show you how they both fit. All right, to-do list. Here we go. See, to-do list. It's another one. I put it on the medium rings as well. I probably could have used mini rings, but this is January. I guarantee you this is going to grow because this has some blank pages back here. All of these up here are to-dos from last year that still have to done. So, no worries. But I put that baby in here, and the way that I like to do it is I like to put my to-do list in backwards so that I can put my planner in frontwards, and you see how the rings of the to-do list go at the outside edge of this guy, so that way they stack like this instead of both going like this, and then you have like a wedge shape and it doesn't close evenly. And then I close it and I zip it up, and ta-da! Planner in this nice little thing. And I'm not a girl with delicate purses. I have a couple cute little purses. I love them. I only take them somewhere if all I need is my wallet and my keys. Anytime I need to think, anytime I need to remember, it's a big mom bag. But that's okay. But this will go in the bag. It will keep my planner safe. It will keep all of the random odds and ends, because my children love to just throw random stuff in there like, hey, blew my nose. Here's a tissue. Ew, thank you, child. That's the best gift ever. Boogers right where I gotta put my fingers. Gross. Yeah. I need to get like a trash can for my purse. I've tried purses that have like those little outside pockets, and I'm like, just don't open my purse, just put it in that pocket. And then all of a sudden the mesh pocket is like bulging off of my bag, and I'm like, how did y'all? Gross. Anyways, so, oh, right, I forgot. I was going to show you. So the inside of this guy, though, I vastly prefer the way that they made this one to the other one. And I will show you why. Now I got to take the planners back out. Okay. Can't put too much on top of this, or otherwise poor little Lizzie is going to get squashed. Okay, look inside here. This is all soft Velcro. So the cool thing about it is that I can put one of these like at the top, or I can flip it around and put it at the bottom. So if I wanted another flap of pens underneath my planners, I could put it. If I want them in the middle, if I want it 2/3 of the way up, if I want it 1/3 of the way down, I can readjust these cute little Velcro flappies however I want. Ideal. At least for what I want in the star-shaped one. Because for the planner, it doesn't matter. Because I'm only really going to use the first flap, the one that's sewn in, the one that's built in. So, pink one, love. The other thing that's kind of fun about it is it has a pocket here and a pocket here. So there's 2 pockets in front of this little zipperied mesh pocket, which is great for keeping things. I'm going to be putting the pens here, but I'm going to leave the scissors here. See, because my kids love to borrow my scissors. I swear, I have over a dozen small craft papery type scissors. I can never find more than 1 or 2 at a time, and when the kids need them for a project, I can find none of them. So I'm going to keep one hidden in here. I don't think the kids are going to watch my channel because, Mom, you're lame. Yeah, so they won't know that I'm always going to have a pair of scissors sneakily stashed in my planner. Now I don't know why it's not zipping. Did I do something different? I probably did something different. Maybe it's just because you're watching, so I can't operate a zipper. Anyways, ta-da, planner. Happy. Yay! Okay. Because, yeah, you don't know how tempting it's been having these sit here for the last 2 days. And, yeah, I really wanted to film on Wednesday, and then my husband was home, and he's like, who are you talking to? I'm not talking to myself. Not crazy, I promise. Well, maybe a little crazy, but not for that. And then yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I did laundry. Ugh, I did laundry all day. Gross. Okay, so this one, I love the star print. The reason why is because my watercolors are in this cute little box because I wanted someplace to stash all of mine. I had Cotmans and the, oh poo, I forgot her name. Oops, let's just see. I opened that upside down. The gal who has the cute little 12 half pans at Michael's. And I bought her sets over the last couple years. And I wanted a place to put them all so that I can access all of them. So as you see, I have all of my pans here. And they're in this really cute outer space, sort of sketchy. Like, I really dig this. I love the cute sketchy stuff. I told you, I'm not like a super fine artist. I just enjoy creating. It calms me down. It helps me feel more peaceful. So when I saw this one with the stars, I was like, perfect. It goes with my planets and my little spaceships. So this one, when you open it up, it only has one pocket here, not two. But since it's for my watercolor stuff, no worries. And then there is a little zippy pouch here. And it's pretty much the same as the other one, full length, but the mesh, actually no, the mesh goes all the way down. Ooh, turtles all the way down. Okay, this one is a little different. Instead of having, in the other one, it had 12 little holes, so you could hold 12 pencils, but they all had to be approximately this pencil size. So if you remember my magic pencils, they're much bigger. They would struggle fitting in that other, the pink pencil case. In this blue one, they'd fit. But guess what? It's not for that purpose. No. This one is for my watercolor pencils. Because I have been collecting the Aqua Blend by Spectrum Noir. And just yesterday, I got the last one. So I stumbled across those at a store for like $11 a tin. And I bought the first 3 tins like a month at a time. And then this last month, I got myself the last set. I had to buy them on Amazon. Okay, anyways, Spectrum Noirs. Whee! They're here. They're going in this. So that way I can put my watercolors in here with my watercolor pencils. And then all my watercolor stuff is together. And then it's just this that I can stash in my crafting cubby. I used to have a whole craft room. Nope. Anyways, so these ones are a little different. My goal is just to put 2 regular pencils per finger-sized hole. See, my finger goes in there easily, so 2 should fit. So here's the single flap. Here's the thing about this one that's interesting. So if you remember, the last one has the smaller things and it separates in 2, and then each flap has the Velcro on it. This guy, they come out in 1, and so it's the same number of pages, but just 1 flap. Here's what I don't like about this one. And this is the thing that I found a little frustrating or confusing because they were on the same listing, is this one, instead of having that whole internal hinge Velcro, it only has a strip. So I most likely am going to be finding myself some more gray Velcro and sewing a strip here and a strip here as well to emulate the full hinge of Velcro on that other one. Or if I feel like it, and it depends on my motivation, but I might just open up the pink guy and take the full strip of Velcro out and put this one in, because I don't really see myself putting more pencils in there because that's for my planner. I'm probably going to use the bag to death. I just have to make sure that if I do take that piece of Velcro out, I'm not gonna like shred the internal piece here. So this one, a little more sad, but no worries. I can still do it. I fiddled around with this. If I take the edge of this and I just lightly catch the edge of the existing Velcro, and then same thing with this one, I take it and I catch just lightly the edge of the existing Velcro. Okay, now I have, I'll show you this. They're each on the edge of that Velcro, and there's a thin strip of the soft Velcro showing inside. This one has the scratchy stuff, and it just seats. You have to press it. So with the other one, you could just lightly touch the Velcro to it, and since there was enough soft Velcro, it just stuck. This one, you have to kind of caress the crunchy pieces and the soft pieces together. But now, Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots. Each spot holds approximately 12 pencils. Well, there are 4 tins in that Spectrum Noir set. Let me show ya. I'm going to do a review on these guys another time because I want to compare them to some of the other watercolor pencils I've collected over the years. This is the first time I've had an opportunity to get a very large set. All of the other sets I've gotten are either 12 or I think I have one set of 24, but it might even be a 12. I can't remember. I think I might have 3 sets of 12s. Because the first set I bought I wasn't pleased with. The second set I was like, eh. And then the third set I wanted to try woodless, twistable styles. Each one, like I said, I'm going to compare and contrast because each one has benefits and disadvantages. But these guys, they come 24 to a box. So I've got to be able to hold, you know, almost 100 plus Spectrum Noir has a set of metallic colored pencils that are water soluble. They are not listed as being aqua blends. They're just calling them their metallics. But if they are water soluble, they are going in my watercolor because they talk about how you can use them for a wash of luminous color. Woo! So yeah, see, look, $11.99. These were over at Tuesday Morning. If you have a Tuesday Morning in your area, in the way back, they do get arts and crafts stuff sometimes for wicked cheap because these are usually like 30 or 40 bucks. So $11.99. That's why I started collecting them. So I grabbed Boats, the Naturals. I grabbed the Pretty Lady, aka the Essentials. That's like your skin tones. And I grabbed the Florals, all for $11.99. Primaries, had to buy on Amazon. They cost me, I think, $25, which is still a steal compared to full price, especially since every time I go to the store, the spot in the Spectrum Noir area where they belong, ain't none. Thanks. So yeah, the big box stores can't keep these in. So I finally got the whole set. So I needed something that could hold all of these plus the 12 metallics, which comes out to, what is that? That's 70, we're going to round up 24 to 25, 75, plus another 12. So I need almost 100 holes. Plus, like I said, I have the other colored pencils, 2 sets. The other ones that are the wood encased like this, I'm probably not going to keep. I have to see if either my kids want them or if somebody's like, oh, sure, you used them once, I'll take them. Maybe I'll have a viewer who wants them. I don't know. My mom probably would like a set because mom likes to do stuff like this too. But the Marvio Cheetah twistable kind will probably also make their way into this bag with my watercolors. And there'll also be some space for my brushes. My favorite are those aqua brushes that have the little reservoir. So I figured this little setup here with those pages is going to be perfect. Wait, why am I putting this away? Crazy me. I want to put these in here. I'm putting these back. So anyways, the goal is here that I want to put those pencils in this box and thus eliminate, notice how much this takes. So this compared to this, height-wise, this one is, I would say just about the same height as my stack. But look at, the depth. So that one, let's flip the handle out of the way. I'll just show you. So this direction saves me a couple of inches because I don't have a huge house and I don't have a craft room anymore. And look how wide this is compared to the width of my bag. So they're about the same that way. But also think about the weight. Oh, and this other dimension. So here versus here, you can see that the tins are quite a bit larger than the little pouch. They're also metal, and then inside each one there are these little, let's get the guys I've already opened. There's a little plastic tray holding in the pencils. See this? So all of that takes up more space, more weight. I am going to be much happier if I can have, because I have these little 14 by 14 cubbies in my room that are what used to be my craft room. And if I can condense all of my watercolor stuff into this small space, because don't forget that I also have 1, 2, 3 other things of 12 watercolor pencils. So those are all probably about this same size. So right now they take up an entire cubby. I can squash it down because these are going to allow me to save space but also keep things unified. The other convenient thing is, since these are in 12s and almost all of my set is in 12s or 24s, it means that my love of keeping round numbers is going to be happy. So yay! I'm not going to put all of the pencils in here on film. You'll go crazy. You'll be like, lady, you're nuts. Okay, the last thing I got, remember my giant bag? I said I also have regular colored pencils, and I've got a few Prismacolors. Like, I think I have like 16 Prismacolor pencils. Not a lot, because again, if it's super pricey, I have a hard time wanting it. Those Koh-i-Noors, although they're not going to get put in slots. They're going to stay in their little plastic box, but they are going to go in this thing. So this one was the one that was the splurge. These guys were, I think, $11 each. This guy was almost 30. It was between like 24 and 30 bucks. But you hear that? It's a hard case. These guys are like a lunch sack, soft. So not, I mean, they'll cushion if I drop. You already saw in my last video, I drop things all the time. I am clumsy. So I have a little bit of neuropathy in my hands. I've had carpal tunnel surgery. I don't know if you can see the scar. The light is not so great. Whatever. Anyways, my poor hands. They don't serve me as well as they used to. I treated them badly in my 20s, and so now I have to deal with the fact that I drop stuff. So I need something that's going to cushion these. So my hope is to get all of my pens and pencils in one cubby in my craft stuff in my room. So this one, same principle. It actually comes with a shoulder strap because I guess they know that, yeah, it's got a handle, but this baby, when it's full, it's going to be heavy. So it has, it claims it can hold up to 250 colored pencils. I'm a little on that as the way it's built, only because I think they're anticipating that you have some in those metal cases and you're going to put like one set of 24 here, a set of 24 here, and then a big set inside this little Velcro strap. But I want to be able to eliminate a lot of my packaging. I don't like hanging on to that stuff. It takes up space. But this is the other thing I don't get, is this one comes out completely. Why? I don't know. So that thing comes out. Yippee skippy. I am going to use it as a template. I'll explain why in a little bit. So that thing comes out. Now this one also has pages. The pencils are oriented this way, whereas in the other one they were oriented this way. And these slots are also finger sized, so they can definitely hold 2 pencils each. I believe to get the count that they are estimating on the website, you have to shove 3 pencils in each hole. I don't think I'm going to do that because I have to be able to get them back out, and if my hands are having a tough time grasping with strength, you know, like this action, if I have 3 shoved in there, I can see, you know, me pulling one out and the other 2 going patang. No. So there's a page. Here's a page. Here's a page. And that's it. I was like, wait, what? That's not 250. I think I counted all of the slots in here, and I figured I can fit for sure probably about 150. Over here, there's some more pockets. These ones go the other way, and so I can probably fit maybe like 10, maybe 12 in those. And then this is a zippered pocket. It's not super deep, so it could probably only hold about 12 more. Here's the kicker. This is what's weird. Remember how that other side comes out? This side does not. I don't understand. But that's okay. I'm not planning on taking that out. So anyway, the thing I noticed is that these hinges that they're on, they are pretty flexible and movable, and I'm planning on just I'm going to find probably plastic canvas or something that is of a similar weight to this, and then see if I can't find some of this sort of, I don't know what this is. It's not Velcro-y, it's not velvety, but something similar. A nice lightweight, soft fabric that's not going to scratch up my pencils. And I plan on attaching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 more of these little platform thingies, because as it stands right now, they don't fill up the space inside here. Maybe I can only fit 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Because there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if I fit 4 more, that might work too. I'll see however many I can cram in here. Okay? And then that way I can get some more space for pencils inside this. And then when I zip it up, I'll have, hopefully, everything else. All the rest of my pens and pencils in this. So this will be my non-watercolors. My watercolors will be in there. So there we go. We're comparing those. The other thing I thought was interesting is that the picture for this wasn't super detailed on Amazon. It was quite small. Now, I'm going to flip the camera view around to show you this. The picture, I think they called it ice cream, but it just kind of looks like plaster on a wall to me. It's super pixelated. I was kind of surprised. I was like, huh, okay, so hang on. Oh, I don't think I can flip it in the middle of filming. Well, sorry. You get to have a close-up of my nose. Now here is the picture, and I don't know how well you can see where the pixelation has just been totally blown out. Let's see if I can point out, like, for example, oh, yeah, leaning this on the table. So looking at this line, I would have anticipated this to be like a crisp, clear line in this plaster from whatever, stirring tool. So it's super pixely. What that makes me think of is they probably just found this tiny picture online and were like, oh, that's kind of cool, let's just print it on there. And they probably, because I know the same company has these in other sizes, so they probably started out with a pencil case like this big where it looked great and then just blew it up and didn't factor in the fact that, a larger item is going to have, the need for a larger amount of pixels. So that's going to drive me nuts. But guess what? My kids are into Hydro Flasks. They don't have real ones. They have knockoffs from Amazon because I love Amazon. But they have since discovered, since all their friends love to slap stickers on it, guess what? They can cover up the logo that says like Hydro Flask or whatever it says. They can cover the logo and then pretend that their flasks are just as good, because really, does a 13-year-old need a $45 water bottle? Especially not mine. She loses them at dance class and PE and color guard and more dance and yeah. No. Anyways, I have lots of those stickers from, again, an Amazon buy because somebody was selling like 200 flask stickers for like $4. Can you beat that? No. And it had Mario and all sorts of stuff. And anyways, I guess I could do a comparison on the stickers, but I don't really want to buy expensive ones to compare them to. So, yeah, I'm going to just cover this in stickers because it's going to drive me crazy seeing the pixelation on it. Because, like, look, when I look at it here on my phone, from here, it looks great. But in person, I'm just like, that's annoying. So, long story short, this or that. Huge ones, but it doesn't seem to want to hold as many as directly stated in the video yet. Not irredeemable. I'm just going to make some more of the little flaps that hold my pens. So this is going to hold everything else. This one's going to hold the watercolors. This one's got my planner covered. Oh, and by the way, you can buy cases like this for planners. I know that Erin Condren makes some. They are super, 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 super cute and super, super cost a lot more than $11. Yeah. So that's it. There's my comparison between this, and that. We had 3 today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I know that as I'm putting away pens and markers and whatnot, I'm going to have enough of things, like I pointed out, the metallic colored pencils, for example, and when I get the watercolor ones, I'm going to compare those. I also have some pastels I'm going to compare. I've got 2 different palettes of metallic watercolors, so not the pencils, but actual paint pans of watercolor I'm going to compare for you. If you can think of anything else, I'm just looking over at what I've got there. I mean, I can compare, I've got Twistables and Crayola's double-ended color pencils. I don't have a full set of the regular Crayolas anymore. My kids have decimated that. So I've got lots of other ideas for comparisons. If you have any suggestions, anything else that you think, oh, compare that to this, let me know, drop me a line, and otherwise I'll see you later. Bye.